Welcome back to another episode of The Recap. Today we have the West Final between the Wolves and the Vipers. The Vipers upset the number 1 seed to get into the playoffs. A huge series victory over the Battlehawks. The Wolves took down the Monsters. Anthony Carucci on the hill for the Wolves to start things off. He was sharp in beating the Monstars. However, here he got off to a rough start. He walks Dylan Larkin and James Acker to get to Jared Lee. 4 straight pitches for an IBB, 2-0. He does strike out James Acker, but he walks several others, and then 4th RBI of the game for Jared Lee. 5 runs in the inning, and the Vipers take a 5-0 first inning lead in the West Final. Down 5, tall task for the Wolves because they're up against the Dark Horse. Mr. All Business Larkin, arguably the Vipers' number 1 pitcher. Gonna blow a fastball by Carucci. Gets Graff to ground out. Good defensive play from Jared Lee. And then finally, Kasuba, who had a solid series against the Monstars, also going to go down on strikes. Still 5-0 Vipers. Top of the second, Alex Lilac going to lead things off with a double, just pushing one past Sean Graff. Connor Ryan would then walk. Carucci would walk the bases loaded in the inning before Lilac, looking like a tourist on top of the Grand Canyon, just looking. Carucci would continue to try to battle out, but he would also walk Connor Ryan once again, kind of trying to get catcher's interference. No dice, but he would eventually walk. This would walk a run in, making it 7-0 Vipers. Carucci gets out of the inning with this strikeout on the fastball to Larkin. Damage was done though. 7-0 Vipers going into the bottom of the second. Larkin would continue to dazzle in the bottom of the second, putting down Carucci on strikes. And then a huge defensive play from Jared Lee. This one takes us out of the camera, out of sight, but it was caught. Big play from Jared Lee on the foul ball, and then Larkin going to sit down Carucci again. 7-0 after 2 Vipers. Carucci dealing in the top of the third. Big defensive play here to start though from Graff. Another one off the screen, but Carucci looking solid. Awesome slider here to get Jared Lee. Same result to Lilac. Glimpse of who Carucci was all season. However, the Wolves still down 7-0. We've seen the Wolves make some comebacks throughout the season. Do they have one in them here? A walk to Graff, but Larkin didn't give much chance for momentum there until Anthony Carucci. Booyah! How about this? The first home run Larkin has given up all season long, 7-2. But Larkin is not going to let him in. Strikes out Graff and then blows a fastball by Kasuba. Vipers going to take game 1 in the series, 1 win away from going on to the BBWL championship. Graff on the hill for the Wolves, a big reason why they are here. Going to get James Acker looking to start the game. However, Jared Lee chooses a big moment to hit his first ever BBWL homer. Houston, we have liftoff, a moonshot there to make it 1-0. Lilac would then stay hot as well with a double of his own. And then Connor Ryan trying to keep some momentum going. He's been on base 3 straight times. Here he's going to get called for strike 3. Leaning out over the plate, a BBWL rule you cannot do. You got to make an attempt to move. However, this 4 straight ball walk, going to score another run, and then Alex Lilac, this dude's straight fire, going to hit a mammoth shot here. 3-run homer, going to make it a 5-run first for the Vipers. They continue to score runs, and in a most important time to do so. At this point, 5-0 Vipers going into the bottom of the first. Lilac with his patented snake call. However, could he be rubbing it in a little too soon as he steps on the hill to face the Wolves? IBB to lead things off. And then he would get Graff to fly out. However, The Wolves would bring their bats in the bottom of the first. Hot shot. Lilac can't handle it. That's going to be a single. And then Carucci gonna single here. Graf would follow it back up with a double of his own. And then seeking revenge from the top of the first. Graf gonna fight one off. Dude must hit the weight room. Fist that one out of the park. 5 runs in the bottom of the first for the Wolves, and they tie it up, hanging tough and staying alive here in the series. Top 2 Wolves looking to keep the game tied. Connor Ryan going to lead off with his 4th series walk. Graf, though, going to get Acker here. And then face Jared Lee. Unfortunately, a walk here would be crucial. 2 on to the Vipers' hottest hitter. You got to be kidding me. Lilac with another homer, a 3-run shot here. This makes it an 8-5 game for the Vipers. Graf would get out of the inning, though, after this fly out to Carucci. And then he would strike out Jared Lee. 8-5 game, though. Vipers take a lead into the bottom of the second. Down 8-5, the task for the Wolves going to get a little bit taller because Jared Lee is on the hill. He's been just about untouchable here since arriving with the Vipers. However, Carucci has a plan in place. Going to single here. Graf going to go down on strikes, though. But Kasuba able to work a walk. So now we have 2 on, and the Wolves are threatening. Carucci going to get another hit here. Lee can't handle it, and the bases are loaded for Graf. Jared Lee, though, trying to work him off the plate. Not so friendly pitch there. Graf not able to catch up with the fastball, and the Vipers escape a bases-loaded jam, and they take an 8-5 lead into the third. Top 3, Wolves looking to keep it 8-5. Lilac, his 4th hit of the game. Graf going to get Ryan, though, to get 1 out in the inning. And then Acker gonna ground out. Graf misses the double play and then unfortunately walks Jared Lee, bringing up the Vipers' hottest hitter, Lilac, who he pitches around and unfortunately does it on 4 straight pitches. 2-run score. Now it's a 10-5 game. Ryan would foul out the end of the inning, and the Wolves down to their last chance. Kasuba to start things off. Does manage to put this one in play. But Lilac right there to pick things up. What a series he had. Carucci gonna foul out. He was on lead the most of the game. Unfortunately, couldn't put that one in play. And then with the Vipers looking to get their last out, a ground ball over to Acker, and that will do it. Vipers gonna advance and move on to the first ever BBWL championship. Dangerous moment here, though. Fan throws a ball onto the field. It's going to hit Jared Lee. Not a good moment. Hopefully he's okay and can compete in the World Series. Nonetheless, the Vipers do advance. They sweep the series 2-0, and they will meet the winner of the Sharks and AP Rebel Stars. As always, thanks for joining us once again on